Welcome to a Friday Reads, where I talk about what I read, what I'm reading, what I hope to get to next, and I have a cold. And I've just generally been in a bad mood this week. And it's hard to breathe. Everything's so hard when it's hard to breathe. But I have finished 2 things. I am where I want to be with Memories of Ice. I have plans, and so I'm going to share them with you. And yes, it's the time of day where I get some fun sun mood lighting, and I have hung up a thing, and I'm very happy about this thing that I've hung up. I'm not going to show it to you guys right now, but it brings me a lot of joy that I have actually hung up art. I also did so in my kitchen. If you're in my Discord, I have shared it with you all. So let's start first with the thing I said I would read, and I did, and that is These Burning Stars. Props to this book. From going from 3.5 stars to a solid 4-star experience where I really want the sequel. So yeah, not like a favorite of all time for me compared to other people who like rave about this series. But, you know, once it picked up at around the halfway point, it didn't stop. And it did the thing where you like are connecting dots right when the book wants you to connect dots. And it does that in a very satisfying way. I'm curious what the next book will do. I care a bit more about these characters, but I will say my weakest thing with this book is still character connections. Now, have I talked about what it actually is? I mean, it's a sci-fi book. I have compared it to Star Wars, and I hold on to that. We've got families that control the economics. We've got religious clerics that control the power. And then we've got the everybody else. Our main perspectives is a corrupt cleric family member. We've got a paragon cleric, so the good cleric. And then we've got, like, one of the best hackers in the galaxy. Definitely kind of more the, like, Han Solo smuggler type character. And their stories all intertwined because we are hunting down this disc. And we're like, why do we need this disc? What's it going to do? It's going to reveal something. Is it corruption? It's probably corruption. And yeah, so it really picked up at the end. I also had to change from listening to it to physically reading it. I like the audio narrator, but I don't know why, but the cadence wasn't working for me in the audio. And it was also the halfway point. So was it because the halfway point got better or because I switched to physically reading? We shall never know. But it got a lot better for me once I started physically reading it. And I like read most of this in a day. Like I finished this, I think, Sunday night? I don't know. I spent a lot of Sunday reading this. If I didn't finish it Sunday, I definitely finished it Monday. I'm not going to talk about it, but I did catch up with where I wanted to be on Memories of Ice. So I just want that out there that, like, I spent time doing that. And then I finished my read of The Liar's Knot. She's a thickum. She's a thick girl. And I did read most of her in a week and a half. And it's because I did something not crazy, but not even ill-advised. I'm really happy I did what I did. On Friday, we had a rare good weather day. It's Cleveland. It's April. To have it not be cold, to have it not be rainy, unheard of. And I was like, I should mulch my beds. Like, I should put mulch in my garden beds. And so I spent 5.5 hours purchasing and laying mulch. And I did it all solo with The Liar's Knot. And so between that and my commute and just wanting to read it, like, I think one of the nights I had a cold, I just laid in bed and I just listened to this. I never do that. Like, I never just listen to a book without an activity. So yeah, Friday, actually it wasn't even because of the cold. After I did all the mulching, I'm like, I just want to lay in bed and listen to this book. And so I did, and it's so good. It's such a good time for me. Do I even know how to describe the plot of this second book? Anyone who has issues with plot inconveniences or conveniences in the first book, they get explained really well here. I love that the big bad of the series is so intricately connected to how the city's politics and morals just work. So yeah, this one, you really learn what the big bad is, and we kind of come up with a plan. And we have to deal with, like, a mini boss before we get to, like, really handling it in Labyrinth's Heart. And there are some of my favorite scenes in here. Like, oh my gosh, there's a chapter with Vargo and Ren that, like, I love so much. And then there's equally one between Vargo and Ren that hurts me so much. Like, again, I've been talking about Mask of Mirrors a lot lately between my Reddit bingo recommendations and just me reading it. If you think it could be for you, you gotta give it a go. You just do. You have to treat yourself. It is such a delight to have these thick tomes to come back to for comfort reads. And it's not to say that things don't happen. So if you don't take comfort reads to mean no stakes, but it is a delightful time. And there's a kitten in here. There's a kitten in this book. I'm also really excited because I'm not going to reread it anytime soon, but the first time I read Labyrinth's Heart was right after I had lost my cat. And so I was obviously not in my, like, greatest headspace, still loved the book, but I'm happy that I'm going to be reading it in a year where, like, I'm a little more normal. So now, what am I currently reading? I have started The Everlasting by Alex E. Harrow. Very much early days. I've read, like, the first 2 chapters. I don't even know what that is, because I have, like, the Kindle. I will say I actually do really like, ooh, that's pretty art. There is, the production of this book's pretty good. Like, look at that. That's pretty nice. I still don't like the sprayed edges. I don't. No one's going to convince me that I am going to like spray. Like, I hate when you read a book and you can, like, see the whites of the sprayed edges. I don't know. I don't enjoy it. It does have in-world art, though. Like, that's pretty. So I'm only on chapter 3. And I knew going into this that it's about this lady knight, but it's not, like, her perspective. It's this dude, whatever his name is, Owen Mallory. Something that's interesting is I don't think... something I'm liking that is also interesting is this is secondary world fantasy, so not our world, but it takes place in, like, I want to say their early 20th century. I really want to say that's, like, it reminded me of World War I, but it's not World War I. What Owen had to go through when he was in the military. So I'm curious about how that's going to work, because, like, her story is in the past, and there's obviously going to be some timey-wimey things happening, and it's short. So I'm the most intrigued with this than I have been anything Alex E. Harrow I've ever read. So I'm cautiously optimistic, and, you know, while I was sick, I could read it. So the prose is currently working with whatever is happening up here and here. Ugh. Like, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but, like, usually every 24 hours, I get a new cold symptom, and it's usually for better or worse, and I think I'm manifesting within, like, a few hours. This will be something else. It'll be worse in some ways, but I'll be able to breathe. That's all I want, to be able to breathe. Let's see. And then the audiobook, I'm going to probably start listening to The Magic City for my local book club, because we'll meet in a few weeks, and I have the audiobook for that. Via Hoopla, I'm pretty sure it's historical fiction about Tulsa. Alright, so other things. I have finished Dispatch. I did it! So did Ryan. And I really like that it's, like, a fairly replayable game. Like, I'm not going to replay it right now. But, like, in a year, yeah, I'd replay it. A, I like the gameplay, and B, I want to see if I can get a different ending. Like, I think that's cool. I like how it's built. I would also totally play a sequel. And I would totally play just the game mechanic of dispatching. I wish. I knew I wouldn't get as much of that as I wanted, but I wish I had more. So that was very fun. Now, what does that mean for me now? Do I go back and do I do New Game Plus for my Expedition 33? Do I finally finish Horizon Forbidden West? Who's to say? Or do I finally remember that I knit? Yes, these are the Cleveland Monsters, by the way. These are our hockey team, and I love them. We got this for free from the openers. And we just went to Polish Boys Night. Yep, Cleveland Polish Boys are really good, by the way. It's like kielbasa, french fries, barbecue sauce. What's not to love? So I don't know what I'm going to do there. So that's my audiobook and physical. And I want to get back to reading some short stories in my Discord. That's my plan. So that's this very abbreviated short situation. I guess I will briefly show you this because I am very proud that I hung it. And also, I love it. So let's see if I can do this without causing issues. Ha ha ha. So this is Everything Everywhere All at Once, and there are 2 rocks, and that's all I'll say about that. But I was really proud that I hung that up, because I have owned that for a very long time. Since the movie came out, actually, and I yet to hang it, so. Alright, that's it. I'm done. If you want to leave an emoji, let me know you're here. Tissues, because they're my best friends right now. And otherwise, like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.